What's going on, everybody? Give them a little blah, blah, blah on a beautiful Saturday night here on the Breakin Ankles College Basketball Show. I had to think about all the shows that I had to do and make sure I had the right title right. This is the late slate version of that, and we actually have the man, the myth, the legend, my co-partner in this shit. We have Dabby Cab. What's going on, my friend? How you feeling this Saturday night?
I'm good right now, but you know that because we were talking backstage. I got Duke in the first half right here, and well, I don't like to call anything over till it's over, but it's 40-21 with a minute and a half left, so I think I got it in the bag. So a good start today. I know you said you were up 2-1. This is going to make me 3-1 at the moment on the day, so I'm feeling good, man. We're making money in college basketball. It doesn't get much better than that, man.
That's right. We're cashing. That's all we're doing.
Cashing, baby. Ow!
And this is what we're going to be doing on the show consistently as we go along on this going into February, late February into March. And actually, we're going to be doing a show tomorrow as well. So there's going to be a lot of content coming out of here. But let's get into the games. Let's get into the plays. And we're going to start this off properly with the we're going to go Sam Houston State versus Tarleton State. This is a Guns Pick special. I always like to play in the mud with the mid-majors. And I'm going to be going with Tarleton State on this one, plus 2.5 as the play. Listen, look where Sam Houston's coming from. 1-3 against the spread in their last 4 games. Where Tarleton State is off a road loss versus Stephen F. Austin. Real close game on that one, 65-60. But they're 3-1 against the spread in the last 4 games. So this is a team that can stay with you. They're pesky. Last matchup versus these two teams was on January 7th. Sam Houston did win the game 65-68. That's 10-point favorites. Now you're seeing a complete switch over here with Tarleton at home. They're now 2.5-point home dogs. So that's a 7.5-point swing from game A to game B. I think this is a perfect spot to be taking them here. And Sam Houston, got to look where they're at right now. They're 2-6 against the spread after a straight up win. So with all that being said, first play of the night, we're going to be going with Tarleton State plus 2.5 as the play. Firing shots across the board as the comments are popping off here. Dana Delp in the building. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you feeling on this?
Shout out.
God damn. All right, now let's jump the board a little bit, and then so I don't spend a lot of time talking. Dabby's got some plays on him. I'm gonna have him start with this one. It's Auburn versus Vandy, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're playing at Memorial Gym, Nashville, Tennessee. And Dabby, you have a take on this game. Tell the people.
I got you, man. So look, Auburn, I was the one preaching that they were overrated early on in the season, playing a little above their means, so to speak. They started off 16-3, 6-1 in the SEC, so just on fire. But lately, not so much. They've lost 5 of their last 7 games. They did snap the 3-game losing streak that they were on Tuesday when they beat Missouri. They beat the shit out of Missouri, 89-56, and they were 7-point favorites, so they easily covered that. But you look at it, even with this recent slide, now I think we're getting into who I think the Auburn Tigers are. They're a good basketball team. They were just overrated earlier. You look at it, they're still 12 in adjusted defense efficiency, 53rd, only allowing 64.7 points a game. Offensively, they're 59th in adjusted efficiency. Fuck, I can't say that. So they're good. They got multiple people who can score. Flanagan, Broom. I know Broom's questionable today. I hope he's good to go. Johnson, but they've got multiple people who can put it up. And like I'm saying, I know Vanderbilt's been hot. They're trending up. But I think this winning streak's getting snapped today against Auburn. The Tigers have just been the better team throughout the season. We've got flows throughout the season. You're going to see the ups and downs with teams. And I think we've seen the down with Auburn and the up with Vanderbilt. That being said, in this head-to-head matchup, I think I'm getting a low line. I took Auburn first half. I got a -1.5, and I took them full game -3. So I'm all over them here.
Wicked hat.
We love that Boston style on this one, and there's going to be full alignment on this one because I am also on Auburn -2.5. I got -2.5 as the play on this one, full game. And I'm not going to reiterate a lot of the stuff because Dabby hit a lot of the stuff on the head. The one key thing I'll say with this one, I know Auburn's is a bad shooting team. They're ranked 241st in as far as shooting goes per KenPom, but they're good on the board. They rank 18th on offensive rebounding. So this is going to be a team that gets second chance opportunities, especially going against a Vanderbilt team that's ranked 198th in defensive rebounding. So I think that's kind of a mismatch type of situation there. Also, you got to look at Vandy. Vandy loves to play on the road. They're a good covering team on the road, but when they're playing at home, they're 4-10 against the spread at home this season. Whereas when you look at Auburn, they're 6-3 against the spread this year on the road, and they've covered 6 out of the last 7. So I think this is going to be a good opportunity to take the Tigers. And like Dabby said, Vandy is a hot team right now, and they're trending upward. But I think they're going to be a little bit stunted here playing at home versus a team as a short road. A short home dog. I think Auburn's going to step it up here and get the W. So yeah, I'm on Auburn minus 2.5 as a play.
I got some more to piggyback on what you said with that. So Vandy's defense is 237, allowing 71.7 points per game, 173rd in adjusted efficiency. This is an Auburn team that like you said, they struggle on offense some, but they really enjoy when they go against a lackluster defense. And you've seen that with they beat the bad teams bad, and they've struggled with better teams. That's just who Auburn is. And I think this is a Vanderbilt defense that is going to allow Auburn to score. And even with Auburn's recent struggles, they're still on a 5-1 ATS run in road games. So,
yep. Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, I can't agree more with that one. Full alignment here on the Breaking Ankles show with the Dab and the Gun. And we're going to be moving on to the next game on the slate here. And this is a good rivalry game. Back-to-back rivalry games coming off this one. It's Michigan State versus Michigan. They're playing at Chrysler Center in Auburn, Ann Arbor, Michigan. I almost said that wrong. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be going with the favorite on this one. Michigan -2 as they're playing. Listen, Michigan's coming off back-to-back losses, a tough one versus the rival Wisconsin, a team that they just they hate. I mean, there's been a lot of banter with reporters, a lot of stories behind that one. 64-59 is 1.5-point dogs they lost. Now Michigan State's coming off back-to-back wins, big wins. They beat Maryland, that's playing red hot right now. You saw what they did versus Purdue in their last game, and then they beat a lackluster Ohio State team in Ohio State on the road. But these teams met on January 7th. So it's a revenge spot for Michigan. They lost 59-53 to Michigan State as 3.5, where Michigan State was favored 3.5 points. Now you're seeing the line swing the other direction properly with Michigan favored by 2. Also got to look at Michigan State on this one. 1-4 gets to spread in their last 5 road games, so they're not a real good traveling team. And you got Michigan 5-2-1 against the spread in their last 8 home games. And if you actually look at the matchup altogether, the home team is 9-0 against the spread when these two teams meet. So with all that being said, I think Michigan gets it's a get right moment for them, and I think they smash Michigan State in this spot. So give me Michigan -2, 1 unit special. All right, we're just jumping across the board. Everybody, I see people watching us live right now, and you guys ain't talking. I want to hear people in the chat. Let's get it going. What are you drinking? What are you smoking? What are you eating? What are you doing this weekend? That's all I want to know. I want you to let's get the vibes going here, folks.
I felt naked. I couldn't find my joint.
Yeah, look at him.
But what are you betting? How about that? Let us know how we're
betting. Yeah,
I tell chat sometimes, especially when I see somebody who's winning nonstop. I'll fucking throw some money on what they're betting also.
Yeah, let's wake up, chat. Let's see. What are your locks for the late night slate here tonight? We're going to skip around the board because I want to make sure that we distribute the talking a little bit here. So we're going to go to Dabby's pick on this one, moving into a pick that he likes on this one. We're going Pac-12 style on this spot. Stanford versus USC. They're playing 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a complete war here. You have USC favorite. I think it's -6 or something like that. So, Dab, what do you like in this game?
So I actually got USC -5.5. Obviously, I like -6 if that's what you got to get. I got -5.5 yesterday. Last night. I can't speak right now for some reason. USC, they're ranked 47th if you look at the KenPom rankings, which I don't usually look at much. But they're a team that's averaging 112 points per 100 possessions, which is good for 56 in the country. On the flip side, they're allowing 98 points per 100 possessions, which is 15th. So just solid on both sides of the ball. This team has been, consistent on that with the whole year. And defensively, I've really enjoyed what they've been doing lately. I know they had a tough loss to Oregon and Oregon State, but they're coming back home. And that's where you bet USC is at home. They're one of those teams. They've won their last 7 games at home at least by 6 points. And that includes a 77-64 win over UCLA. So it's not just against bad teams. That's a good win right there. And like I said, all of these games they've won by at least 6 points. So they're at home here against a Stanford team that I don't think measures up to some of the teams that USC's already checked off. And USC has to keep going. They've got to keep building that resume here. So I don't think there's any reason why they should let off and not beat the brakes off of Stanford here. I got USC full game. I didn't even bother with the first half like I do a lot of times.
Yeah, I like the take on that one. You're going to see some of these teams that are like going to be fighting for their spots and building their resume. I think Dabby made a good point. These are the teams we need to be looking at. Those
Kentucky, Duke, some of these blue blood teams there's value guns right now with them. Yeah. Today I had Kentucky and I had Duke. Tennessee, there's beating Alabama was the last good thing Tennessee is going to do this year. I'll stand by that. That's the last good thing they're going to do.
I mean, they're kind of already got a spot there, and maybe they make a run in the SEC tournament, conference tournament. But yeah, there's just some teams that are kind of like maybe even pumping the brakes a little bit, and you have these other teams that are sitting with like 6 losses or 6 to 8 losses, and they're trying to like build themselves up to the point where a selection Sunday comes in and they get the proper ranking, or they don't, get sent to the NIT, where they can either accept the invitation or tell them to go kick rocks. But I agree with that one here. One more play for you on this one here. And I see the chats now moving. You guys woke up. Yo, what's going on? Great show. Rocky's telling us.
Hey, their little picture, Guns, Boss in the Sauce. I love those guys, man. Shout out DJ Big Boss and Big Ragu, man. Great fucking cappers right there. What up, Rocco?
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Rocco's on today, man. Let's go. Moving on, we got one more pick here, and then we can recap and settle things down on this wonderful Saturday night. I'm going to be looking at another late night degenerate special, and if you know me, I love the late night degenerate specials, and I'm going to be going a little bit contrarian on this one, and I'm going to go with BYU plus 9.5 versus St. Mary's. Listen, it's funny that I just brought up this game and we just talked about a certain situation. That St. Mary's is the best team in their conference right now. They've already proven that. They do have to play Gonzaga in a couple games here, but basically they've already kind of set themselves up as being the top dog in the WAC, I believe they're in. Yes, I think that's right. So you got BYU. They've lost 3 straight. They're 1-2 against the spread in that span. Where you have SMC on this one off back-to-back wins, including after a loss to Loyal Marymount. That was a tough loss to them. They won back-to-back after that, but they also played a kind of a questionable game versus San Diego in their last game. They played it really close, so that was a little bit of a scare for them, which could be like, oh yeah, they're going to come back and pound the team. I was like, I don't know. I think I've seen a little bit of regression with this team in St. Mary's. Even though they're one of the best defenses in the country. If you look at KenPom, their defensive efficiency is ranked 5th in the country. But I want to look at this more as, let's look at what the matchup's going to be on this one. SMC has a good offense. They're ranked 41st in offensive efficiency. But they're playing a BYU team that's ranked 39th in defensive efficiency. So if you actually look at the matchup, defending shots, rebounding, free throws, and all that stuff, this BYU team on that side of the court can hold St. Mary's offense, and if that's the case in this game, then the game should be relatively close. Also, got to look at BYU. They're on a 7-2 ATS streak on Saturdays. BYU has also covered the last 5 meetings versus St. Mary's, and the dog is 7-2 against the spread in the last 9 in this matchup. So I'm liking this BYU team to get it done. I think you can actually find some 10s out there. I did get it at plus 9.5, but I got it with some less juice. So just go out there and shop the lines. You can probably get a good value on this one before game time. So give me BYU plus 9.5 as the play.
I like that.
And those are the plays today. Your boy coming in here. What's good? Dana bringing the plays here. He likes Michigan, Auburn, Arizona first half -7. I don't hate that one in Creighton first half. That Creighton first half is if you actually look at the matchup in that one, that was something that I almost circled. But Creighton has really dominated their opponent that they're playing. I can't remember who it was, but I almost took a flyer on that one. But I do like that card there, Dana. Well, that's gonna do it. Those are the picks. Dabby, tell the people what you're on, and bring it back to me, and we'll close this shit out.
I got you, man. Auburn, I doubled down. I don't, it's very, I mean, it's fuck. I've probably done it maybe twice this whole year. It's very rare you'll ever see me throw anything out there and say, oh, 2 units or anything like that. I just track everything as a unit for you guys to keep it simple. That doesn't mean it's exactly what I do personally, but it's what I track to make it simple. If I like a play a lot, I go first half full game. And that's where I'm at with Auburn here. I got Auburn first half full game. And then I got USC full game, -5.5. I still like the -6. And that's where it's at, man. That's where we're going to finish this day off getting paid.
I love it. I love it. And to recap my plays that are going to be tonight, I'm on Tarleton State +2.5. Might as well call that the dog of the day because I really like this one. I'm gonna give you another lean on this one as well, just to give you 5 plays. I also got Auburn -2.5, Michigan -2.5 official, and BYU +9.5. Those are the top 4 officials, all 1 unit plays. Also do lean Western Kentucky +2.5. I didn't talk about that one, but it's all predicated on the fact that Rice's defense is absolutely awful. And Western Kentucky is middle of the road. Rice can shoot the ball. They're a really good shooting team, but this is also a revenge spot for Western Kentucky after losing the first matchup. And Rice is 1-6 against spread in their home games. So I'm just fading this Rice team all day long. I like Western Kentucky +2.5 as well. You can take it. You take it as a play, take it as a half a unit, but I like those 5 plays overall. But that's going to do it for the Breakin' Ankles show, late night edition. Dabby Cab, thanks for coming, dude. We're going to be killing this show every single damn weekend. We're going to be doing it. We're going to do the late slate. We're going to do a Sunday show. And of course, I'm going to be doing the late night bangers all the way through the week as well. So there's going to be a lot of college basketball content and a lot of content coming from this channel. So please subscribe to the Sports Wagering Network. It's very easy. You can hit the bell as well so you know when we always go live. But that's going to do it, folks. Dabby, let's have ourselves a damn Saturday. Let's keep it moving. And as always, let's keep dancing.